Russia has slammed $61 billion United States aid package for Ukraine, warning it will only lead to more carnage in the conflict. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said the U.S. House of Representatives' approval of further aid to Ukraine will ruin the country and result in the deaths of even more Ukrainians. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov also says Moscow and the West are on the brink of a potential nuclear confrontation. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has a different opinion, expressing gratitude to the United States for the military assistance that he believes could save thousands of lives.
The long-awaited vote on the latest aid for Ukraine happened on Saturday evening on the floor of the U.S. House of Representatives as Democrats and Republicans banded together after months of controversies.
The yeas are 366 and the nays are 58. The bill is passed. Without objection, a motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Prior to voting session, heated arguments took place as members from Democrats and Republicans voiced out their opinions on the passing of the package.
The House is in the committee of the whole House on the State of the Union.
Republican Representative Keith Self said the EU can do more for Ukraine, criticizing the lack of political will in the Union.
The European Union is 9 times that of Russia's. Their population is 3 times that of Russia's. The European Union can do more.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky expressed his gratitude for the package, saying the assistance would save lives and bring a just end to the war with Russia.
NATO defense ministers have agreed to step up and provide further military support.
NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said the significant boost in aid would supplement the tens of billions of assistance being provided to Ukraine by European allies. Just last year, U.S. President Joe Biden proposed a $95 billion package, with over $60 billion to be allocated to Ukraine, $26 billion to Israel, and $8 billion to the Indo-Pacific region, specifically Taiwan. However, the package was blocked in the U.S. Congress multiple times since the last quarter of 2023. Republicans concerned about the scale and effectiveness of the Ukrainian funding, with many calling for more aid for domestic border security instead. Russian authorities have claimed that supplies only prolong the armed conflict and will not stop Moscow from achieving its military goals.
Meanwhile, Russia's unending aggression in Ukraine continues to dominate discussions at the United Nations Security Council. Briefing members at the UN headquarters in New York, Malta's Minister of Foreign and European Affairs, Ian Borg, says the European soil has once again seen devastating conflict as he calls for the restoration of peace in the region.
We must and we will keep Russia's illegal war of aggression against Ukraine at the top of the agenda. As states and societies, we are confronted with an era of profound uncertainty. For more than 2 years, we are witnessing, once again, a devastating conflict on European soil. Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine not only reverberates through the dark corridors of history, but also serves as a stark reminder of the trials our multilateral system currently faces. The OSCE must remain anchored in the principles and commitments to which all 57 participating states have agreed to 50 years ago. Not as an end in itself, but as a means to an end. And that end is to restore peace and security in our region. I take this opportunity to reaffirm the unwavering commitment of the Maltese chairpersonship towards facilitating every effort aimed at securing the release of Vadim Golda, Maxim Petrov, Dmitro Shabanov, the 3 OSCE Special Monitoring Mission officials who are currently being illegally detained.
The VOA's Anna Chernikova joins us now from Kyiv. Anna, great to see you today. This U.S. aid package for Ukraine is considered a symbolic lifeline for the country. How are many Ukrainians reacting to this, plus, and the consequences of the aid?
Yeah, it definitely was such a long-awaited decision and such a long-awaited package. And I just had a chance to talk to people here in Kiev on the streets, and people are extremely happy that this has happened already, and that it finally happened, that people believe that this will be a great a great news for, first of all, for soldiers at the front line who are fighting and who are lacking ammunition badly, as we are hearing from Ukrainian officials and from Ukrainian military officials particularly. So for Ukrainians, this is definitely considered as a life-saving package, and this is considered as basically it raised hope that Ukraine will be able to repel Russian new aggression, which is discussed, and a new assault, which is discussed, might happen in the beginning of summer, and at the same time to keep the defense lines and to be able to defend not only at the front line but also deep inside the country, because here we are also talking about air defense ammunition and air defense equipment, which is supposed to be also provided as a part of the package.
And what's the general morale of those on the front line fighting this war?
Well, this basically soldiers at the front line were keeping the positions, the defense positions, as much as they could possibly physically, with a lack of ammunition. And they are saying that, well, we have comments also from the military who is saying that we will continue to fight, but now we will have what to fight with. And this is important because, well, Ukrainian soldiers do not show any sign of getting back or of stopping fighting. But it's definitely, there are much more chances for them to stay alive, first of all, and to keep the defense lines stable if they have equipment and ammunition to do so.
And Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says the $61 billion package will keep the war from expanding and save thousands of lives. Russia, on the other hand, says this will result in more deaths of, even more Ukrainians. Do people fear a larger conflict?
Well, Russia and Ukraine definitely have very different opinions and perception of the situation, because for Ukrainians there is no other choice but to fight. Otherwise, Ukraine might not exist anymore, and Ukrainians might just lose their independence, lose their state. So for Ukrainians, getting ammunition, getting support, aid, financial, military aid, meaning that they will be able to continue the fight and to actually succeed in this fight, because this is the general hope and general mood that this package and this aid should be a part and should just create this possibility for a step further for victory. From Russian perspective, definitely Ukrainians who have enough equipment and ammunition to fight back will prolong this war and will not let Russian forces to occupy the territory of Ukraine as fast as they want or as much as they want. So basically, this is why such different comments are coming. But again, without the support, without enough military and financial aid, Ukraine at one point would just not be able to continue the fight.
Anna, we're learning that Russia said its forces are taking control of one of the villages 40 kilometers southwest of Ukrainian city of Donetsk. The second advance it has announced in 2 days. Has all of this been confirmed?
At this point, we know that the village, it looks like that Russian forces are controlling most territory of this village. We have information that reportedly Ukrainian forces remain at the outskirts of the village. Also, Ukrainian military report that basically there is no village anymore, just a piece of of land which cannot be used as home by anyone, so it's not possible to continue living there anymore because everything is just on fire. So it's just a piece of land which remains. And but according to the information and this looks like the real and the latest, that most of that area is under Russian control at this point. But again, as I said, Ukrainian forces report that they keep their defense lines at the outskirts of that area.
Right. Anna, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.